My name is Jordan. From the very beginning, I had a really warm feeling coming into the office of Dr. Kalus, greeted with just super friendly faces, and immediately met the nurse that was assigned to Dr. Kalus that follows the majority of his cases. And when I met with him, he really just listened to what I wanted to have done, and the importance of looking like myself post-op was really something that I needed to hear, and he promised that I would really love the way that I looked, and I have been thrilled with the process through and through with Dr. Kalus. I had a few follow-ups and questions after the operation, and everything went which is super smooth, and he really just cared a lot about what I wanted and how I felt post-op as well. I am BRCA1 positive, and so I decided to have a preventative double mastectomy and go direct, hopefully, to reconstructive surgery. I knew that I wanted to go the implant route versus the other alternative routes that were available. And when I went to look at different surgeons, Dr. Kalus was the best. I felt the best and most comfortable with the treatment plan. We knew that we would want to go, hopefully, direct to implant, and that he was able to get me to the size to make me feel like I was still myself without feeling like I looked like something different, especially as they had to remove the majority of the tissue and then replace it with the implant. You wanted to have several opinions whenever you're going for any sort of surgery, and wanted to really feel comfortable and confident with my selection. I think a few things that I really was concerned about is how the incision would be. Would we be able to do nipple sparing double mastectomy and have reconstructive surgery? How would the implant look in there? What would fit me well? And overall, like, just the recovery and the ability to go direct to implant versus the alternative of having to wait post double mastectomy and going into a second surgery. And Dr. Kalus really just gave me the confidence that I needed to go, hopefully, direct to implant, which is what happened with nipple sparing, and then also with an implant that was true to my size and what I had ideally wanted for that reconstructive surgery. Yeah, honestly, I knew that I wanted to work with a team because they did make me feel so normal going through the process. Sometimes, Dr. Kalus had asked several questions that other doctors hadn't in my consultation, like, we, would you have had implants if you didn't have the BRCA1 gene? And, what would you ideally want to look like in an ideal state? What were some things that I wanted to feel post-op, and what were some activities that I would want to get back to? He also, made me feel like he saw the struggle and like the hard decision that I had to make, or that I, ultimately chose. And he just said that he promised that, he knows that I was doing this to have a long and healthy life, and for my two kids and for my family. And when he said that, he made sure that he would do exactly that. He was going to get me right back on the path that I was on before, even a healthier and stronger version of myself, that I'd be beautiful. Yeah, I mean, anytime you have a high cancer risk, having that diminish almost immediately post-op was a huge weight off my shoulders. But after that, you wonder, now that that tissue is gone, what are you going to look like? Are you, going to look normal? Is there going to be, this strange, rippling effect, or is it going to look natural? And honestly, like Dr. Kalus has given me the confidence, especially after having two kids, of who I was before I had those kids, and looking more like myself than I did before my surgery. So it's been great. Feel really good about the way I look and how I feel, both dressed and not dressed as well. I really love the outcome. It was simple, in the sense that everything was very straightforward in the process, and the outcome itself is pretty dang close to perfect, I think. And three, caring. I mean, the whole team, the staff, if I had any sort of questions, it was very easy for me to get quick answers and or make an appointments to be seen. It's scary, but when you choose the right team and the right doctor, everything works out the way that you want it to, and you come out a happier and better version of yourself. Yeah, I think, after some of the swelling went down, and you start to see day after day things are getting better. I would say probably 2 weeks post-op, whenever I went in and met with Dr. Kalis and the team, they were like, gosh, you look great, and I felt it for the first time. I really felt like, all right, this is this is good. I can start to see that, like, I'm slowly getting better, each day, and liking the results more and more. I would definitely recommend Dr. Kalis to any friends and family. In fact, I already have, to several people, because they Dr. Kalis and his team are incredible, and you will not find another team in the area that cares the way that Dr. Kalis and his team do for their patients. And they also ensure that you would love your results. And if I knew that if something were to come up, I know that they would be the team to fix that immediately.